Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We get into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I'm Dulcé Sloan, and I'm here with my co-host,
Chrissy Choi.
Now, we have a couple of announcements.
Yes.
Now, when you see us on the YouTubes, okay, what you got to do is you got to hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe because we are in the middle of our campaign.
Yes.
Road to 10,000 sarangies, right? So we launched February 26th this year. And so by February 26th next year, we want to have 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube.
And I think we can do it. We can do it.
If everybody who follows us
on the Instagram just, I know,
would go subscribe on YouTube, we do it tomorrow.
It's actually quite interesting that human behavior.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have all of our, I mean, I think there's a lot of people who like follow all of our channels, which is great.
Yes,
but I think it's very split. I think Instagram people are only on Instagram.
Yes.
There are people on TikTok. I mean, TikTok's a complete another beast.
Oh, that's a whole other animal.
But I have to say our YouTube subscribers are highly engaged sarangis because those comments, they're in the comments. They watch as soon as I upload the episode at 3 a.m. Pacific. So it's 6 a.m. Eastern.
Are you up at 3?
No. I schedule it. No. I'm like, I usually get it done. Like today I have to upload it. Like the episode's done. So usually I like upload it on Mondays or like Sundays whenever I'm done. And I just like time it. I schedule it.
I forget you can schedule posts.
Yes.
I need to do that way more often.
So people, it is crazy. As soon as it's 3 a.m., because I'll get up in the morning at like 6 or something and I look, it's already like at that point, maybe like 200-300 views. And we have a couple of comments. So it's actually really, and I think we have global audiences too. But anyways, yes, you guys are highly engaged. So be sure to follow us. We love it. Thank you so much.
When you do a podcast, because first of all, the fact that there's video is crazy. Because you're literally watching the radio. And I love that about you.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that this is even a medium. This is even a thing because I have been, like I said, if you are a fan, if you follow, you know, if you subscribe to our newsletter and Club Sarangis, because we do have an official fan club.
Yep.
Club Sarangis.
Yes.
On the Substack.
Yes.
So it's chasingkdramas.substack.com and you can get bonus content. So this is where we're putting our bonus content now. So if you're looking for some of our bonus content on the YouTubes and on Instagrams, then for just $6 a month, you can get some bonus content from your favorite unnies.
And you get gifts too.
You get gifts. So y'all remember I made all these bracelets?
I'm wearing one of my friend's bracelets. I forgot I
saw
had
that.
this bracelet. Yeah. So my friend Grace made this, but yeah.
I do wonder if I should start doing these bracelets for like my own merch on the road.
Yeah.
Like if I could do like NMBD.
No more broke dick.
Yes, my ministry. If I should start doing no more broke dick bracelets too. So when you're out and about in the world, just remind yourself like, hey, I deserve better. I'm a good person. Okay. Because broke dick isn't just a woman's issue. It's the issue for anyone who deals with men.
So we have episode 4 that we're talking about.
Yes.
Our key moments. It's very exciting. Genie sets up kissing rules for our Ka Young.
Because she needs rules.
She's a hungry hippo too. She wants these kisses.
Let me tell I have never related to a character more. Because I love kisses. I love me some smooching.
She wants to smooch all the time.
I want to smooch. Smooching all the time.
Then Ka Young, well, Angel approaches Ka Young and Ka Young's a little sus. She's sus of Angel. We're all a little sus of Angel Neem.
I'm really starting to think that maybe Angel Neem
is not Angel Neem.
Might not be a good guy.
Devil. He's a devil Neem.
Well, we do know for a fact that he's actually an angel. We know he's not actually a devil.
He's not devil, but he acts like the devil.
Well, because he said to him, he's like, I'm waiting for you to mess up with this girl so I can slit your
He's
throat.
not a nice guy. I don't like him. So then our Ka Young and Genie grow closer and closer, which is nice. And then Ka Young makes her second wish.
For the fact that this only, because how many episodes is it total?
So there are 13 episodes.
Total. She's already on her second wish
Yeah.
by the 4th episode.
Yeah, it's going.
So I can tell you when it comes to the pacing of this, this seems very fast.
So this episode too, all the episodes, it's almost a Queen of Tears level of content. The amount of things that happen It's truly action packed, but what's different is they're bite sized. So it's not like, you know how in Queen of Tears you would have like sections that were really long, like 10, 15-minute sections. These scene changes are like every 5 minutes. It's like bam, bam.
So that's
like,
what I'm saying. If the first, because I thought, okay, this is what I thought.
Yeah.
First Wish.
Yeah.
Episode 3 makes sense. I thought Second Wish, because there's only 13 episodes.
I know.
I thought Second Wish because you still have to get through 5 people, right? So I thought we were going to deal with all, because 5 people, so she's got 3 wishes. And then 5 people have 3 wishes. So that's a total of 18 wishes, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that we would get through all of the temptations of the other people before we got to her second wish. So I don't even know how we got. I'm very surprised.
She is, and I also have to say, by episode 4, in most dramas, the world building, the scene setting has already taken place.
Right.
We are still getting hints. Like throughout this episode, they are, again, like 5-minute bite-sized pieces. You're learning little things.
Right.
You have new characters. You have this, you have that. So it's a lot of stuff. And we can go through a lot of it quickly. But I also think that this drama, there is nothing like, everything has a meaning. There are no throwaways in this episode. Because everything, I think she comes back to absolutely everything. She hits every point. There's a reason why everything is there.
Right.
But to start things off, the opening scene, we follow up on the kiss. We see hacker Ka Young. She has hacked her way into the security system at the tower where they made out, and she's deleting the footage. And the security guards are like, "Is this North Korea? What is happening?" So you're just like,
I can say I got a little confused in this moment.
Okay.
Because I thought she was trying to get the footage for herself.
Oh, I think she was deleting it because remember last episode in that scene, she's just like, "Are you sure there are no CCTVs
And
here?"
he was like, "No, they're not on." Yeah. But I thought that she was taking the footage because she's so much for the kieses.
Oh, maybe she's trying to learn the emotion.
I thought she was stealing the footage because it was like basically her first kiss.
Yeah.
So I thought, so yes, she can be deleting it, but I thought she was stealing the footage.
Maybe she has that projector because you see the projector again with all the emotions. So she has all those paintings and she's learning emotions, and then it pans to Genie going like this because Genie,
which is very funny
because Genie is mortified. He is like, he feels like he's opened up a Pandora's box because the next morning, Ka Young's up, Genie sneaks in, and she is ready to smooch him again.
She's brushing her teeth.
Come here, kiss me. And he's like, I gotta go work in the fields. Like, I gotta go on the farm. I gotta make, I'm making onions. I'm doing all this work. I can't kiss. And she's like, okay. And then she follows him to the farm.
And the nicest shoes. And she's like, are you done? Let's kiss.
She's just popping up and he's just like, and then she follows him to the workshop. Now they all hang out at the workshop. He is hiding in a coffin as if he's like a vampire, I guess.
It was wild.
And then she's like,
she takes the lid off the coffin.
And then she's like, we need a kiss.
Honestly, as someone who also loves the kisses, you do have to control yourself. So you can't be asking for kisses all the time. Because I was dating this boy, he was like, you ask for kisses a lot. And I was just like, you should be bad at kissing. I don't understand why this is a problem. This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? You want to go fix a car? No, ding dong. What do you want to do? We want to do taxes? No. Kiss me, you moron. We're not changing lives. Ain't nobody a doctor. Put your mouth over here. It's stupid. But he gives her the rules for the kissing. And it must be raining.
He gives the rules because he knows that she's going to follow. Because he's like, he does not want to continue kissing her, clearly. He's just like, so I have to come.
And that's why I
something.
feel like
yeah. So
the kiss was a manipulation tactic.
Right. Well, then he's like, okay, I got to set parameters. And the only way this person's going to listen is she listens to rules, right? That her grandma sets for her. So he's like, rule number 1, what? Raining, right? It has to rain. And there needs to be alcohol involved.
Here's the thing. That is a country where it rains on a regular basis, right? When was the last time it rained in LA?
It actually rained like last week.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. Randomly.
I wasn't here.
You weren't here. It
wasn't
randomly
here.
rained. I was like, oh.
But this is a place where it rains on a pretty regular basis.
I know, but Genie doesn't know.
Because he's used to the desert. So
He's also not the brightest crayon in the box.
No, because if you want to sit, like, if you lived here and said to somebody, like, well, kiss when it's raining, I'm like, then just break up with me.
Yeah.
How dare
if
you?
you're like living in Atlanta or like, South Carolina,
if I lived
you're
in
like
another climate. Now, mind you, if I live in a rainforest and you're like, kiss me when it's raining, I'm just like, let me get.
Well, clearly, homeboy just made it up because he has no idea. He's like, I just
there's
need
alcohol.
to. Yeah.
Because he didn't know if she drank or not. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't know if she drinks.
That's true. So
he just made these extraneous. All he knew was in the moment, I need things.
He needs something because he's terrified. He's scared. He's running
for
his life.
He's the one that dipped her. He's the one that swooped him up. He swooped her. She was like, no, I'll show you, and put it on her.
I know.
If you didn't want to do this again,
why are you doing this?
Why you put it on?
I think right now, okay, to your point earlier that you think that this is a manipulation tactic. That may be true. I also think he realizes, like, I think he got caught up in the moment. So he's like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this with her.
I've hated for 983
I'm like,
years.
I need to like corrupt her. I shouldn't be making out with the person that I need to destroy. Like, what am I doing?
He wants to kill her. Is this a hate to love thing? Because I can't say.
I think this is their like a way. It's a trope. It's like
that hate to love thing was very big in the 90s, and I can tell you, I always hated it.
It still happens. I know. So then we move on. Now we move to Bo Kyeong, right?
Haters are gonna hate, and ballers are going to
ball.
Thank you so much.
So the first episode, in the last episode, we see Bo Kyeong and she's a little awkward. So we're not really sure what she's about. But in this episode, we're like, oh, she is going through Kyung's bank records
in the heat of the night.
In the heat of the night, she sees that also homegirl has 20, basically the equivalent of US dollars, like $15 million in her bank account, just sitting there. She has credit card. She's loaded. Kyung is very wealthy, okay? And she's fuming. Bo Kyeong, she's so upset that Kyung has this much money. And then the next day, Minji and Kyung come to have a meeting with the bank, I guess, to do more investments, right? They carry their little Hermes Birkin bags, right? And then Bo Kyeong and her colleague are watching, and they're just like so jealous and upset, right? And then
because she was like, oh, they haven't put them on the floor.
I know. And then the colleague's like, didn't you go to school with them? I think she's one of the bullies.
You think she's one of the girls in the bathroom?
Yeah, I do. I thought about that. I was like, that makes sense, right? Because there's a lot of animosity, right? For like no reason. We'll see.
I mean, if you sprayed gasoline on someone and then threatened to set them on fire,
you never
I
forget.
Could easily see.
Basically, she's humiliated because she's serving them coffee. The bank manager's like, where are the towels? You forgot the towels. This is interesting. There's a new family who's moving in, okay? So it's a boy with a limp. He has like a weird limp.
This
I was like, this is sus. So they are looking at this gigantic house, and the dad's like, hey, what do you think? Does this look nice? And he's wearing this blue stone necklace. Okay? This ring thing. Okay. Then the village leader, his daughter's like rushing up to him. She's like, oh my God, there's a new kid in school. He's handsome. And there's, so they're setting it up that there's this new family in town living at this nice ass house. Okay.
That they got built. But I think it's interesting that he's asking his son, what does he think of the house?
I know. So it's all weird, right? So then now we jump into the auto shop, right? There's a lot of auto shop visits in this episode, but Kyung is like, she asked Sade, because he's magical, I guess, hey, when's the next time it rains? And he's like, actually, there's no rain in the forecast, which is good because we have a cherry blossom festival this week, and there's no rain next week. And she's pissed. She's like, cherry blossoms, another K-drama. We got to talk about that later. But Sade is the Genie's talking to Sade. They're clearly talking about this kissing thing situation.
Because he's worried.
And Sade's just like, I wouldn't really worry about it because psychopaths usually have narcissistic traits. Okay. So he's like, this isn't just all about you. This is natural. So Genie's just like, oh good. Like, this is great. And then Sade's like, kissing's not a bad thing. Like, this is a sign into corruption. You could seduce her. You can tempt her. So you could corrupt her this way. So Sade's all about it, you know? And then Genie's like, well, this was my first kiss in 1,000 years too. He's like, I've been stuck in this lamp and I haven't had a chance to kiss. So Genie has kissed before. So I think there's a little backstory, right? Something happened.
There's definitely a backlog.
There's a backlog.
Because he had butterflies.
I know, he admits that. So you kind of see like he's intrigued by her, right?
But then Sade goes, you should have gone to the dentist first if you're going to be kissing people.
After 1,000 years.
After 1,000 years.
And then he's at the dentist office and he's screaming because he's getting scaling, which is the dental cleaning, and he's like nervous. Genie is a bum because he got no money, right? He just showed up and he's basically telling Minji, he's like, hey, you're meeting for the first time. He's like, why can't we do store credit? Because, you know my friend. You know my friend Ka Young, she's your friend. Then Minji's just like, oh no, why does this man not have any money?
Why does this man not have any money?
So
You better be mythical. You better live in a lamp, okay? But you know what he's doing? He's sitting up all day. This is such bum behavior that me as someone with a strong ministry, this is not something we can get behind. So he better be magical. You better be magical.
It's so funny because Minji drags him back to Ka Young and he's just like, what are you doing with this man? He has no money. He's using you. He followed you from Dubai. Mm-hmm. He's clearly using you. And then the Genie's just like, what do you mean?
He has no money. He is clearly using you. You have to cut this as a clip. He has no money. He followed you from somewhere else because he needs a place to live and food to eat. That is a good friend. That is a good friend because she grabbed him by his ear and was like, hey, what are you up to? Because your friend, there's been many times your homegirl was like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
That's why Minji is a good friend.
Minji's stressed right now. She is stressed for her. She's like, who is this bum?
Any friend, this is the thing. When your friend has a bum boy, she hides him for us. Your friend will hide their bum man for as long as they possibly can.
So then this is the kicker, okay? So Genie has no ID. He's not Korean, so he doesn't have a Korean ID.
He's not even human.
He has no documentation
because he's not human.
He's not human. He has no money. Mm-mm. And then he's basically Minji storms off, and then he promises Ka Young to pay her back after he becomes a pro gamer. And I'm like, oh my God.
I don't remember this being in the caption.
She has literally found, she's found a bum.
She found a bum.
And she's like, what do you mean? You can't even beat the kid at the convenience store. What do you mean? What are you talking about, right? Then she punches him. He has a big old bruise. And then he's in the car drinking a can of beer. And
and I did not understand why she cut the car on.
Oh, I did.
It took me a second to figure it out.
Did you see the cops?
Because he's like sitting in this car.
Play driving.
And he's like, and it was just a fun little, And I must say, to set someone up for a DUI while they're not even driving is truly genius.
Oh my God.
She just went, as soon as you cut the car on, they're like, hey.
It's savage. She's
try
savage.
this. He's like, ooh. They're like, yeah. He's like, ooh, arrested.
So he goes to the police station. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, right, you have the Cheongpung Cherry Blossom Festival. It's this whole little segment, super cute. So we're learning more about the town. Mm-hmm. You got Minji's giving free dental cleaning, whatever, dental services.
So the village leader's selling strawberries. Minji's doing dental checks. And then old girl,
Bo Kyeong.
Haters are gonna hate.
Yeah, she's manning
handing out towels at the bank booth.
Yeah, at the bank
booth. You ever
booth.
been to one of those little outdoor things and just seen and you're like, who the is signing up for a checking account?
This section all of this is so silly, but
the fake ID.
Oh yeah, so he's at the police station, right? And they're like, you don't have any identification. He's like, but I have a UAE ID card. And he starts speaking in Arabic. And you know what he's saying? He's saying, no cilantro, please. Cilantro.
And then the other cop pops up. And he's like, well, when I was in school, it was very popular to learn Arabic. What?
He's like, it's speaking.
He's saying, oh, he wants those cilantro. And the genie's like, eh.
It's so funny.
Sade sneaks in. Yes. He runs out.
And this scene, this was so random. I was like, what's happening? So Halmoni runs into him.
Halmoni sees him. He's out and about at this festival.
Did you notice he's eating the tofu?
And she was like, why are you eating? He was like, oh, I heard this is what you're supposed to do with, jail.
When you get out of jail. She's like, and then he gets pickpocketed.
When that man bumped into him, I knew he was getting pickpocketed.
Of course.
But when in New York, that's why I hate being a crowd. I hate people bumping into me.
Yeah, because you just never know.
You never know.
And then he pickpockets him, and then he steals. What does he have in his pocket? He got no cash.
Only thing he has. So this was my girl what moment. Because what? So not only he opens the thing, he was like, what? That man looked like he had money. I thought I was going to get some coins.
He does look like he has money.
He does, because his clothes are so nice, but he conjured those clothes. So he opens this very pretty bag. Very much, it puts me in mind like the like a little Chosun era.
Yeah, it's like a little pouch.
Right, keeping the ornaments in there.
Pouch. Yeah.
And so his friends are all mad at him. And then a rival gang shows up. And I was like, is he about to be in another fight?
It reminded me of Anchorman 2. Please tell me you watched Anchorman 2.
I think I might have. I don't know. My ex loved Will Ferrell movies, so I just
wait. Was it an Anchorman 1? Yeah, both Anchormans had it. It's when the competing news stations have the brawls.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of people. Yeah, I mean I remember, but it's not like it's fully like. Anyway. But it's very much like the Beat It video, or it's like it's very West Side Story.
So funny.
But they start hitting him, and he's like, no. So he's like, he runs because I was like, oh, he's gonna show up in the middle of this fight. Got it. And he comes and retrieves his own pin, and then they go to hit each other with bats. And he was like, no. So my girl butt moment, it was like, this entire scene was my girl butt moment.
Stupid.
Because what was this even for? Because I guess the one thing you don't want is Ka Young finding that this man pickpocketed him and going to beat him up. So this was my girl butt moment because it went on for a little too long. But if you're going to go as far as to have grown men beating each other with bouquets of flowers, because what I don't like is that they never acknowledge the fact that they were hitting each other with flowers.
Well,
I wanted one of them to go, and then they'll look at each other like, how did this happen?
So this section, it's so silly. And then so if you're like Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. Netflix network, and if I'm an executive and I'm seeing this now, I'm reading the script, I'd be like, what the
girl, what?
But I guess she can get away with it because it's Kim Eun-suk and she could do whatever she wants. Mm-hmm. Maybe she doesn't get notes, but my note would have been what's happening. This part cracked me
This is also funny.
Okay, so night happens, right? There's fireworks.
So they were talking about the fireworks coming.
And basically Genie has Sade plan a surprise for Ka Young, okay? Mm-hmm. But only he does not, they both don't know Korean that well. So what it says is 색도 시발, which literally translates it. So 시발 is fuck you, basically, right? Mm-hmm. So it's heart, you, live, fuck. Okay.
Honestly, live, laugh, love. And this is my new.
And then everyone's just like, what? Like, what is this? And then in the middle it says 기가영 이 안에 너 있어. So that was the phrase I told you guys last week or 2 weeks ago. It's you're inside me. That's what it, remember, you're inside me? Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's the phrase from Kim Eun-suk's old drama, Lovers in Paris. Okay, that was that line that everyone felt really swoony. So it's really, really funny. Everyone's like, what the f*** is this? They're all laughing. And
because what I loved is that when some of them would fade away.
Yes.
And then I guess eventually it just ends up saying.
You, Ka Young.
Yes.
And that's what Ka Young sees, right?
Because she just looks up from fixing a carburetor and goes, you, Ka Young. Where is he?
It's so funny. And then Angel shows up. Mm-hmm. Angel walks over and she's already kind of like, what are you doing here? So she's like, what species are you? Like, what are you? And he's like, I'm an angel. Like, I'm an angel that God created. And she's like, why are your wings black? Which I thought that was an interesting question.
Oh, when I first saw his wings, I was like, I wonder why I think.
Yeah.
Just because what we've been given.
Yes. So I'm like, huh. So this made me think a bit. I was like, oh, that means he's bad, right? Like if he was a good angel, he should have white wings.
I disassociated that and was just like, oh, maybe this is just a different interpretation of an angel.
Okay.
Because we're only given, because of humans have created the association of light, good, dark, bad, right?
Okay.
So if you think about like, so for instance, like if you look at like so Chosun era funeral,
White.
everyone's wearing white. And you wouldn't wear white to a wedding in a lot of different cultures because it represents death. Mm-hmm. Now you can't wear black to a wedding.
Yep.
And you wear black to a funeral. She asked him about like volunteering at food banks because it seems like old people always die when you show up, and then you find out that he is basically the angel of death.
He is.
He is the angel of death.
He's killing all the old people.
He's not killing them.
He's guiding their souls to the end of their lives. So he's like the Grim Reaper.
Right. And so you see him with the when he goes to
the haraboji.
Yeah, the haraboji. Mm-hmm. And so he's talking to old boy. But the shadows are doing a lot of work on this show.
Because he's like the scythe? Scythe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the hook knife thing that the Grim Reaper.
Because it's not a sickle, right?
No, it's like it's a scythe.
How do we both know this word but don't know how to say it?
I don't know, scythe. So then
she's like, why are you like spying?
Well, she's like, why are your buildings surrounding my auto shop? Like, are you like keeping tabs on me? Like, are you spying on me?
So he owns every building around her auto shop.
Uh-huh. And then he's like, yeah, I am. He admits it. He's like, I am. He's like, because
God told me to.
Yeah, because of God's mandate, when the genie bows his head to a human, I can kill him. That's the mandate. So his mission is to prevent Ka Young from falling for the genie, okay? Mm-hmm. That was very interesting.
So I wonder if the genie has done this before.
I wonder too, because this seems like it's like a pattern and they kind of know I think he's predicting things that would happen. So.
And that's what I was saying, that he's going to have to prove to her because he's kissing her and now he doesn't want to kiss her.
So I think the dream that she's having of herself, my gut says is that he fell in love with that version of her. Genie. Yeah. Something happened to that version.
Because that's not the little girl version.
No, it's not a little girl.
That might be older than.
Yeah. So I think there's something there. So
which means that version's probably older than the little girl version. Because maybe she's in a room laughing with a room full of riches. Maybe that's the version that made not the self-righteous dream. Because I don't think it's after the little girl. I think it's before the little girl.
We'll see.
Okay.
This is why this drama is fun, because we really have no idea. Like, we can't predict. Like, I can't predict what's going to happen. I'm very like, huh? So these are all educated guesses at this point. She's trying to provoke him, and she's just like, you irritate me. And I'm annoyed because you're trying to kill Genie before I can. Or maybe I've already fallen for the genie. I don't know. So she's very like, she knows what he's up to. She knows he's being a little sketchy. So she's calling him out almost, right?
It's always when someone tells you who they are, believe them. Right? And it's usually a lot of times, it's like whenever you're in this situation sometimes, especially with a man, it's, because here's the thing, men tell you nothing or everything. It's very rare that even especially if it's like, if it's a good friend or like a romantic, he's going to tell you everything all the time, or he's going to tell you nothing. And the fact that both of them cannot keep their mouth shut, to her is crazy. And I don't even know if it's because sometimes stuff like this is a plot device, but I feel like I don't need to know all of this. Like some of this that he says to her, I'm like, okay, so now we know why he wants to kill the genie. But also like the part about like, well, why do you have all these buildings around me? So there's times I'm just like, I'm learning too much.
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's stuff that I need and then there's stuff that I did not need.
there's much more to Ka Young we have to learn about her previous past other than just being the little girl. There are other things that happen.
Right.
There are things that happen between, I think, her and Angel and then her and Genie.
You think things happen with her and Angel too?
I think so. Like
Because she's making righteous wishes?
Yes, because I feel like he's kept tabs on her too much. Like 20 years of psychopath studying. Why?
Because I think in the same way that he can sense her, in the same way that Genie can sense her, he can sense her.
But I think there's more. I think there's going to be more.
You think he's going to be second lead and not be bad at it?
I mean, I kind of thought about this and I was like, what is this? Like, it seems like he's just kind of, they're going to try to do a little bit of second. Or maybe this version doesn't have a second lead, but mostly Kim In-suk's dramas. Actually, The Glory didn't have a second lead, although it was a revenge thriller.
That's too much love for revenge.
Yeah.
You get distracted.
And then actually in Goblin, there wasn't. She was just always with the Goblin. Yeah, the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper was just like the Grim Reaper. It was never.
Listen, when you're dealing with a supernatural creature, there's no time to fall in love with somebody else.
So maybe it isn't. And then we jump to Genie, right? Genie is, oh my God, he is playing video games. That's all he does. And
with the oldest, he doesn't know that if he becomes a pro gamer, this isn't even the game.
No, that's not what the pro gamers do not play Street Fighter in the middle of the street. No.
And on an arcade machine.
No. And then Minji sees him, drags him. They go drinking. And she's basically telling him about Ka Young. He's like, Ka Young is not your typical psychopath. She was raised by the love of her Halmoni and the townspeople. And she knows boundaries. Like she knows what's right and what's wrong, right?
Right.
And she's like, and I'm worried that you are messing up her boundaries right now. You know what I mean? So she's like, you need to watch out because I'm her knight in shining armor. I take care of her. And then the Ajumma comes over and thinks like she's a man. They're all like, ha ha ha. They think it's so funny. And then Ka Young's watching them. And then she sees, it's interesting because she sees them laughing and she flashes back to her dream where she's laughing. I didn't know what that significance was. Was it her wanting the ability to laugh too?
Well, she can laugh. Her life just has to be in peril.
Yes, but is it like her desire of like wanting to be normal and feeling emotions, or is it like her thinking about maybe there's a significance in her dream? I don't know, but I thought that was an interesting.
It was an interesting place to flash.
Yeah. So Ka Young takes takes Minji home. Minji doesn't pay for the food
for dinner.
So.
And she knows he doesn't have it.
Genie.
No, but she saw the fireworks and was like, oh, he must have
money. I know. And then Genie tries to dine and dash. He actually calls the police.
It's very funny because the lady's like, oh, he's like, oh, I know the number. Don't you worry.
112 E, right? And then she has to go bail him out. So Ka Young bails him out. Okay.
Can I so
yes,
this is gonna be nuts. But when Kim Kardashian got robbed in France, and she was telling the story about it, and she was just like, I don't know what the number for 911 is in France. And I was like, oh my God, if I travel to other countries,
you should
I should know what the number for 911 is. And then I was just like, why can't everybody just use 911? I get 112. That's not danger to me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you could also 911 is far enough from each other. Which is kind of hard to accidentally press that on your phone. But like if something's in your purse and your keypad is open, you can accidentally dial 112 all of the time. I think the whole world just needs to I don't care if it's 5.
It needs to be uniform.
It needs to be uniform. Anywhere I go in the country, anytime where I go in the world, because say you're not from, if I don't speak the language, whether somebody comes to America or I go to Turkmenistan. I need to know if I pick up any phone and dial 313 or whatever, 742, police, cops, ambulance. I think we all need to agree is on the planet. Everybody needs the same emergency number.
That makes sense. So she bails him out and then she's like, why didn't you call your friend Angel?
Oh, that's all he needs.
And then he's just like, oh, well, Angel and I, we have a history. And then this part drove me crazy. They go back
again
to the same fucking montage,
same footage,
which makes me realize episode 1 was a fucking throwaway episode. Why did they do this? You know, I hate rehashing. I hate rehashes in
I
general.
don't think it was a throwaway episode. I think
it was so much because there's a lot of stuff that comes back from episode 1.
I think instead of telling me in episode 1
yeah,
about the battle,
you should have waited.
I should have learned that here.
Yes, because that would have been more interesting.
Or just show me, tell me what happened, but I don't know that this specific angel and this specific genie was in a fight. So then show me, if we're going to go to a flashback, show me a flashback of them two actually fighting.
It's just like, it's a wasted opportunity because I think if you think about episode 1, so many people were turned off by it, right? Because I think so much of it was just like laid out. It was all exposition. We talked about it. It was kind of annoying. She lost an opportunity here because I feel like she could have done a better job of like keeping the mystery of it. You know what I mean?
But I also think this is on the director. So, I mean, you know, they changed directors, but I feel like when episode 1 was being established, instead of showing me drawings of things, and I know you're giving me drawings because it's historical, but show me our genie fighting real angels as opposed to showing me animation.
And you don't need to narrate it. Just show the action. You know what I mean?
So
you know how like it's a cold open and you have like a fight scene? No one needs to be like, this is me 300 years ago fighting the angels. You don't need any of that. Well, the new information is that Angel killed all of his brothers. I mean, we knew that he killed all the genies, but the way he's saying it is like there's more of a personal tie to the story.
He killed
my brothers.
Now, my question is, because they call each other brother as well.
Yeah.
Because they were both, you know, one's a Wednesday, one's a Thursday.
Yeah.
Are all of the genies brothers?
I think so. I think that's what he's saying. But for whatever reason, I didn't think that he had like personal ties, but the way he's describing it, he had relationships with all of the genies, right?
Because he was the most famous one.
So then they show all these other genies because Kyung's like, so what happened to your brothers? He's like, a lot of them died, but a lot of them are like hiding out, living in lamps. And then there's like white genies. They're like random genies just like walking, you know, he's like
just one dude who could have been cast as
taking care
Jesus.
taking care of like plant looking things. And then you have another one with he looks like Jesus. He has his foot. He has like it's like a leather wire or something.
It looks like like a leather bracelet.
Something, but he's both. It's in both feet, right? So it's wrapped.
So it's like a little shackle, which is why I can't wear an anklet because they remind me of shackles. Oh. I don't know why. I don't know. Listen, you don't know what happens in your ancestors or whatever. But anytime I've worn an anklet, I can't keep it on because it makes me feel bracelets. Maybe they didn't
very 90s, those anklets.
Oh my God.
I mean, those are all the craze.
Oh man. And whenever you but the hardest part was when they would have like the stretch ones.
I don't think we used to sell them, and I used to wear them when I was little in the 90s.
Because you would wear it twice and it's over. But the stretch one, the problem is once it got over your foot, it would never go back to being small enough to be on your ankle so it would slide down. So, but he's like, he doesn't know if his brothers have survived or maybe they're in lamps or controlling the rain.
And then,
which was a little flirty little thing.
And then I don't think he meant it though, because she's like, and he's like, no, never mind. She's like, find him. Find him.
And he's like, ah. So does that, but then that makes you wonder, do genies control the weather?
Maybe some genies. It seems like all genies have different powers, maybe? I don't know.
Like an X-Men?
I don't know. So this scene was really fucking random, but so funny. It's the cherry blossom trope, because in every fucking drama we've watched, there's a fucking cherry blossom in everything. We love the cherry blossom, but this one is so random. He turns into like cherry blossoms and it explodes. There's just cherry blossoms dropping and he's like, ha ha ha. And you're like, what is this scene for?
But I do wonder,
yes,
who's going to be carrying who when they get drunk on soju?
I could see her carrying him.
I could also see both of them riding Sade.
Yeah, Sade. Oh, they call Sade Sade. And I was like, it's okay. We're calling him Sade.
I'm not doing Sade because sometimes like Sade
is weird.
Sade is weird.
I thought it was Sade, but not Sade.
Well, I thought when I would hear it in Korean, they thought they were saying Sade.
No, they're saying Sade.
Gross.
Sade. Okay, so now we go to Umsan, the lady, right? The grocery store lady, okay?
This bitch. She done lost it.
She's showing her true color. She's not a nice lady. She is turning around and being mean to her employees, her friends.
And that's what I didn't expect. You coming for own girl's neck after 20 years and she was disrespectful to you, fine. But everybody, she's being rude to them.
And then they're just basically like, okay, we're going to quit. And also, people are talking shit about you because everyone's wondering why you were promoted in the first place, okay? So she's furious. She goes back to the lamp and she's like, no one respects me. I hate this. Make me go back in time.
But all she could have done,
I know,
it's just been, and she could have been like, you know what? I apologize. You know, I worked here for 20 years. They finally made me a permanent employee. I am so sorry. I will... Now, mind you, she could have kept giving old girl the business. If you need to give somebody the business,
give it to her. Don't give it to the ajumas that you worked with.
But these
your
girls,
friends.
they've been with you the whole time.
So now we go back to the limping boy, okay? He is entering this, like, his, like, compound. There's a bunch of, like, men. So they look like it looks like he's almost like a gang leader.
It looks like a mobster situation.
So he's walking in, and his mom, I think, comes, and she's like, where's your father? And he's like, oh, Dad had to do something. The woman playing the mom it's a cameo. It's one of the ladies. I don't think it's a cameo, but the person playing her played one of the bullies in The Glory.
Oh. But remember, it's one of Genie's brothers.
Oh, yes. And then, yes.
So they're standing outside. They look up, and he's in the window.
And he's the one with the shackles.
With the leather bound around his ankle.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So you're just like, okay, what's happening? But then we find out that the dad is actually Kyung's classmate. So he's at the auto shop and he's being all friendly.
But he's being creepy.
Creepy friendly. And she's just like, I don't understand. He's like, well, we just moved into that big house.
And now I know why. And so you understand why Sade is growling.
I know.
Because he's like, being weird. But but she also clocks that he's being sleazy.
Yes. Genie is back 20 years, right? Because he helped her get the wish. He decides to take a visit to Ka Young, a younger Ka Young, 20 years ago. He approaches and he sees Ka Young. She's playing with the rock outside the house.
Because she's killing ants.
Oh, is she killing ants?
Yeah, she's killing ants. That's what she's doing with that rock.
Oh, I thought she was just like hitting it.
No, she's killing ants.
Killing ants. And then he walks up to her.
CGI ants, but she's killing ants.
And she's like, and he's like, hey, you'll be really pretty one day. Stop playing with the rocks. And she's like, Grandma told me not to talk to strangers. And she proceeds to fucking like hit his head with the rock.
More kids should do this.
And then, yes, true. And then
if a strange man's talking to you,
just hit him with
a rock. And honestly, even if you're 45 years old,
hit a man with a rock.
Hit a man with a rock.
And then, but Ka Young, current Ka Young, senses it, right? So she's like, oh, stop it.
Because she gets a new memory.
And then it's Sade telling Genie about the sleazy man showing up. And then Genie is jealous. He's like, what do you mean? Like, what?
Who's this man?
Who is this man? Sus, right? Then it starts raining. Genie is terrified because this means Ka Young is going to want the smooches, right?
Because you told her. Because she knows what the rules are.
And Ka Young is brushing her teeth so furiously. She's cleaning her teeth to get ready. She puts on a raincoat, makes her look like a fucking serial killer.
Yep.
She's walking in the rain. She goes to the Pyeongjam. She has a bunch of beers, and the guy's terrified.
Because he's like...
He looks for him at the arcade or the game. He's not there.
She goes to the game shop. He's not there. The police station.
Which was so...
He's there a lot. Not there. The coffin. He's not there. And then she's just in the rain just... screaming from frustration. And girl, I get it.
And then she finds him because it stops raining. So she can't kiss him anymore, right? It stopped raining. So she's like, where have you been? And then he's like, who is that guy flirting with you?
You hit me with a rock and now you want to kiss me? Make up your mind.
And then she tries to hit him again. And then this part, I genuinely am so confused. So we kind of got to talk this through. But Doggie appears, right?
Yep.
Dog's barking, okay? And then Ka Young's like, So Genie's like, why is this dog barking at you? And she says, oh, it's because he can't read my face.
All the dogs bark
All
at me.
dogs, yeah. They think I'm going to do something because they can't read my face, right?
Genie tells the dog to tell the other dogs to stop barking at her.
But it's not Genie telling it.
It's Sade. So Sade, he's like, translate.
Sade is like barking and growling.
And so he's like, stop barking at her or I'll turn you into cats. Which is a crazy...
And then this part I didn't understand. So it's written, right? So the dog places his first wish, and he wants to become Daniel Henney. Do you know who Daniel Henney is?
He's very handsome.
Okay, so Daniel Henney he still is a heartthrob in Korea. He is a half Korean, half American
Because was running up the lane.
actor. And he was in a very, very popular series, which you would love, that came out in like 2005 or called My Lovely's Hamsoon. That is another classic.
I think I've heard of this.
Yes, it is a classic rom-com that anyone, like if you a K-drama fan, that should be on your like literature, like your repertoire. Like it is.
We got to put it on the list in the newsletter.
Yeah, you would love it. So Hyunbin was in it, and Daniel Henney played. He was like so he speaks English in it, but everyone loves Daniel Henney, and he's been acting since then. So yeah, fucking gorgeous Daniel Henney walking down the street.
When did this dog see this show?
That
means the dog was looking at that human and was like, if I was a human, I would want to look.
Well, so this is where it gets confusing, right? He's walking down the street, Daniel Henney, okay? Everyone is staring. Like, all the women are like, oh my God, this man is so attractive. And then out of nowhere, he starts sniffing a fucking pole.
It makes perfect sense to me.
And he takes a little pee-pee
He
with
attempts-
his leg up. And the women are like, oh, they say handsome men are either gay or dogs. But I guess this one's a dog. And that made me laugh so fucking hard.
So, yeah, and the English subtitles are read, and it's hilarious. And I was like, oh, because you turned this dog into a person, but didn't give him person lessons. It's like in the Little Mermaid when Ursula,
I know,
the baddie that she is, turns Ariel into a human and does not give her human lessons.
No.
So it's like, hey, here's how legs work. Hey, you eat with forks, you don't run them through your hair. So it was like, okay, but it also makes sense because the dog doesn't know how to be people.
Also, so for me, Daniel Henney has only played like very elegant roles. And for him, it's just watching him acting like he's a dog. I was like crying.
Well, I kind of think of like that when it's when Tom Cruise was in Tropic Thunder in that suit.
Oh my God, Tropic Thunder.
Nobody,
what a good movie.
And nobody knew it was Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So they didn't talk about it at all. He wasn't on the promo. It was not promoted.
It was a secret.
And then it was like,
is that what?
Is that Tom Cruise? And at the end of it, it was like, and Tom Cruise. And we were in the theater like, what?
I know.
I can say it's...
That movie, do we think that movie aged well?
Here's the
but
thing.
It's so fucking funny.
Because...
Right?
Because of the line, I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. So the thing is, he's in blackface, and the entire time we're acknowledging that this is not right.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so people are like, but it still shouldn't have happened. It's like, no, we're acknowledging that this is ridiculous, right? So I watched and I'm just like, I don't hate this. I think the movie Soul Man was wrong. Have you seen the movie Soul Man?
No.
So it's a movie that came out in the early 80s. So basically,
who's playing blackface?
So this white actor who was very big in like the 80s and whatever, he takes these tanning pills and wakes up much darker than he intended to be, and then ends up having to get, because his hair is already kind of curly, I guess.
Oh no!
But he ends up with some type of Jerry curl situation, and then so because he's trying to get into college, and so
oh no!
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Angel visits the old man. The old man happens to be the guy who taught young Ka Young to woodwork, right? Mm-hmm. And he's giving him food, tries to comfort him, but ends up croaking. killing him. Not killing him, but
he dies and
walking him to his death. Okay, so then
because the shadow shows you
the Sith, whatever. This is interesting. Halmoni is calling Kyung, and she's just like, "Oh, I saw your like wish notebook. Do you like Daniel Henney?"
And I was like, "Uh-oh."
So then she's like, "Oh my god!" She's like, she tells Genie, she's like, Grandma saw the notebook. Isn't this notebook like, how is this visible to her? Like, what's happening? He's just like, I guess. He's like, I thought it'd be only visible to, like, I didn't realize it was visible to everyone.
Well, where did the notebook
like,
come from?
Yeah, she's like, where do we hide this? Where do we hide the quill? Is there a safe place? And he's like, I guess my lamp. He proceeds to take her to the lamp. And then he's like, look, imagine how lonely it must have been for me. And she's like, I have no emotion, so I don't know what loneliness is. Okay? She's like, I don't have emotions. And she tells him again, after my grandma dies, I need to go away. I need to disappear because I'm like a stone to people. I'm uncomfortable. People are uncomfortable around me.
With the stone in the shoe.
Right. So she has this like view of herself as being kind of like a nuisance, burden, all of that. Of course, because Genie has emotions and feelings, he's hearing this and he's like, he has a little pang. He has a little pang in his heart, right? He's just like, oh, he feels kind of bad, And then she also says that she finds Angel annoying. She don't like Angel. And she's like, why don't I help you after my grandma dies? Like, I can help you get rid of him. You know what I mean? Like, she's offering to be like on Genie's side.
Because she can kill Angel, technically, because he's not human.
So then they have this little moment. Then she helps him decorate the place. She brings her furniture in, right? So he makes it a little bit more homey, which I kind of like because you remember he would always complain about why he only had one piece of furniture.
Because she wasn't allowed to make anything for himself. So God was like, here's this tiny thing for you to sit on. But like there's, there's a cabinet. There's, all kinds of things.
Grandma is hearing, this is so funny. She's hearing like noises. She's hearing
them talk.
They're talking, right? So then she goes and she starts shaking the lamp. And inside the lamp, Genie falls on top of Kyung. And then they have a moment and they hear, right? That it's raining outside. So their eyes lock and they're like, oh, it's raining. Should we? And she's like, let's get alcohol. And he's like, yeah, let's get alcohol. So he wants to kiss her too. And I was like, ah!
Listen, it's amazing.
So they pop out of the Genie because they're rushing to get the alcohol, right? But then Halmoni finds out, or they all find out, that Haraboji, the guy who...
The wood carving
Haraboji, has died. So Halmoni is really, really upset. Everyone's crying. And Kyung's just like, I don't understand why are we so sad about this, Right. So she has to teach her the emotion, right? They go to the funeral and Grandma starts crying and she's just like, I'm just so worried about getting ill, growing older and dying because I'm going to be such a burden for my Kyung, right? And Kyung's watching this and she realizes that in order for her grandmother to feel better, she needs to figure out a way of making grandmother live forever or like not get sick, right?
Right.
So in her brain, she thinks the only way to do it is to wish her grandmother to be her age.
Hilarious. Not for grandma to never be sick.
No, her age.
Because it'll give grandma so much more time.
And I believe in the next episode, we have young Halmoni, right? Young Halmoni is played by a lovely actress.
Oh, she's great.
She's been in a ton of stuff, and we'll talk about her more. I also love
that they just use a different actress as opposed to trying to make Halmoni.
No. They can't. But, Genie's just a little bit stunned, right?
Because this is a selfless wish.
Yeah, it's a selfless wish. And it's also kind of random. Like, that came out of left field. I was like, what? So
I also was caught off guard, and I also was like, she didn't think this out well enough because this is a dumb rule.
It's a dumb rule.
Well, this is like a dumb wish.
It's a very reactionary thing. Like she's reacting to what she's seeing.
Which is emotion.
Emotion, yes. So she does have some sort of emotion. But again, I think this show is unpredictable. I can't,
Very.
I have no idea where the next episode's going to go.
No.
I couldn't tell you. And I really don't. I know there's spoilers abound, but I'm really trying not to look at stuff because I want to be surprised. But do you think, okay, so are they falling for each other?
Yes.
Okay.
The fact that they were great, they went shopping, they went decorating, all of that. They're both excited about the kiss rules. Who do you think is falling for who, though?
I think the last scene where they're about to kiss, he was all about it. I was like, let's go. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think they're both kind of. I mean, I think for Ka Young, she sees him. You remember in the last episode, she was like, "You're sturdy, and I could just like be myself." I think that's what she said. She's like, "I just feel like I can."
Like you don't. It doesn't matter that you can't. It doesn't matter that you can't read my face.
She feels like she's a stone. She's a burden to humans, but she doesn't feel like she's a burden to him.
No, because she doesn't feel like. I don't think she feels like. He's confused by her, but he's not uncomfortable with her.
Right. So I think that's why,
This
she's
is why I
feeling
think
something.
Angel could figure out a way to be a second lead. He could. Because he doesn't understand her either. Even though he studied psychopath, but she's not doing what a psychopath does. So I think if Angel would just step his pussy up, I think he could be a second lead.
Instead of just reading books about her.
Instead of just reading books about her and then trying to, because he was like, hey, we could both kill him. And she's like, no, I don't like you. He came up to her with an agenda as opposed to talking to her.
But it's interesting because the genie came up to. Yeah, Genie has an agenda too, though.
Genie has an agenda too, but he's going about it in a different way. Because the genie serves a purpose in her life. The angel has no purpose in her life.
Yeah. He's just kind of there and he like owns buildings. And
because the thing is, the genie has to grant 3 wishes. So he has to be a servant to her, right? Angel doesn't have to know him.
Yeah. Now, this part was interesting. When Genie bows his head to a human, right? That's when the angel can kill him. So basically, if you can loosely translate that into if the genie falls in love with, if he's bowing his head, does bowing his head means falling in love with Ka Young?
If you're doing the love that's slightly self-sacrificial, yes.
Right. So I think that's going to be another wrinkle in the future, right? If they get together, how is that going to work? Because that means if he falls in love, he sacrifices himself, right? Then does that mean Angel can? So does Ka Young kill Angel? Like, you know what I mean?
I think the question is who's going to sacrifice herself for who? Because they both have to save him from the angel. Because here's the thing. It's, once she makes her 3rd wish, who's going to save her from him? And then if the 3rd wish is never made, then they're always going to be together. But he's always going to be asking for this thing because he has to be able to get out of the deal. So there's going to be a time where one of them is going to have to prove, if they fall in love, there has to be a self-sacrifice situation. And one of them is going to have to prove to the other one why they're in love. Because they have to end up together.
This is why this is a original drama. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's truly original.
I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. This was a good one. The flyer is cheesy, but this is good.
I just don't understand why the flyer was that cheesy, because it's actually kind of sad because it doesn't upset me, but there's so many people who are refusing to watch or finish the drama, but it's getting so good.
But think about like when the camellia blooms.
That was popular. People liked it.
Right, but when it starts out as just a love story, you don't know they're solving crime. Same thing with Love Behind Your Touch. It's just, not Behind Your Touch, Behind Your Touch. So again, you think it's just some lady going on adventures. Yeah. Touching butts of animals. And also, she's also solving crime. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes.
Okay, so we're going to be back next Wednesday to chase the 5th episode. Already almost halfway.
Number 5.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, please be sure to check out our website, chasingkdramas.com. We have a lot of cool things there. You could access all of the additional things that we're doing. You can see Club's Harangi's there. You can submit a message and get in touch with us. You can see all of our library content too. I fixed it up, added all the videos. You can see all of our previous chases. It's a lot of fun stuff, so be sure to check it out. And, Interact with us on our social channels, listen to us, follow, subscribe, all those things. We love it. We love hearing from you guys.
Tell all of your favorite K-drama addicts about us because we always want to hear what shows to watch. Thank you for watching.
Okay.
And we'll see you for the next K-drama chase.
사랑해.
Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Screen. We're an indie podcast, and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring our chases, or if you're a fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.